Let's get some wreck in real quick, baby.
Honest and serious take with the 5 best supplements to lose fat fast.
Hello and welcome. This is FAQ number 2 for season 3. Today, I've got
So a lot of people are asking exactly what is it that I saw? What truth did I see that made me change my perspective on our criminal justice system? And this is how it goes. So
Hey people, how y'all doing today?
Shocking investigation
man.
finding sexual relationships, sending explicit photos, and open marriages involving Laverne police officers. Says it all centered around Officer Megan Hall, who was given the department's Community Service Award just back in August. The report says Hall had unreported sexual relationships with 6 other officers, some of which happened while at work. The report also mentions a Girls Gone Wild type party on the houseboat of Laverne FOP President Eric Statz. A city spokesperson confirmed the report in a statement.
A few moments later.
Well, a federal lawsuit targets the city of Laverne in the wake of a police department sex scandal. And now they're suing over what they call a hostile sexually charged work environment that victimized a rookie officer.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit y'all in the video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week also. My day is going absolutely magnificent. Big shout out to all the channel members.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Follow the field.
Since the day was freaking fraud, guess what? Yes. All 5 times, yes. I'm sure.
To the air right away, Mariota. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Prescott to throw on 4th. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Mariota's throw caught by Bird here. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the the middle. Here's Elliott. Taken down at the 30.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, it's Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Noah Brown, 28 yards. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Mariota now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Just admit that truth is that Soldier Power came in at one day with some sweatpants on or some shorts on, and you see that thing hanging, and it's just all it took right there. Anyway, it's closed up. The also says that Soldier Power positioned himself as a reliable source of companionship. You don't need no companionship. Your companion is your husband. What do you and this black man do?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given any anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Pollard going to try the right side. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Pass complete to Bird out right here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Oh, how you fall?
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
To throw Mariota. This defense, and he's got it. Touchdown, Brown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught by Lamb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's
good coverage on the outside. And I think that's what he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over his head.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Prescott now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, they had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Moore is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Falcons 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll run left with Pollard. And on a gain of 3 to the 33. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety. You saw both in evidence there. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He finds his target, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Mariota to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, certainly happy they're able to force the fumble, Charles. I wish they would have gotten in the end zone. Only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky, because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But it also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. To the 43, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go back to Pollard on second down, and he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
throwing. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That night, Captain Hook was on fire. And still undefeated.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, they wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series very well determine our outcome. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ooh, good shit.
And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
In this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we're all tied now in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Room here to run. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, But oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one. We're tied in the game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Do that shit again, fellas. Keep it going. Keep that same energy, baby.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24.
Oh, can we get the ball off?
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up
my goodness.
Time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. The throw over the middle taken in, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting. Even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Marr able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in
closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go play some defense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Third down, here's Patterson. And some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide.
I'll throw a slice of pizza at you. All right.
I'm a pro trolling.
DGC producers, don't forget about the post shows, man. We've been hitting up most every show with post show, hooking up free seeds, checking out Dank Nugs together. That's at dudegrows.com/support. If you're not a DGC producer, bring it. Come on over, man. I love it. As Scotty said, just put it easier, man. 33 cents a day. And you can take care of this team and this show, guys. We are. I haven't done the exact math. I'm guessing 75 to 80% supported by you Patreon producers. That is super important.
Yes, it is
Doing this for a
important.
while now, and appreciate your help. Couldn't do it without you. Grambo, he would not be here without you. No Grambo. No Grambo, no show. I don't know what to do.
Be hanging out anyhow. Where's you get free weed like this, man?
It's true.
All right, let's get into the Grow Talk, man.
With?
What's that?
I said, who else is Grambo going to peruse with? Man, yes, come on up.
Gotta come up.
I mean, now you make me want to use Urban Dictionary for that. See, and Urban Dictionary isn't always bad. Sometimes they just do a nice understanding breakdown of a word.
This is 100% true. You know what comes up when you search Grambo? This has been there for like 13, 14 years. One of the #1 searches is Fat Hairy Stoner Guy.
No.
I swear to God. It has nothing to do with me. I don't think. I swear to God, if you use Urban Dictionary Grambo, one of the first searches is Fat Hairy Stoner Guy.
I Googled myself one time and it said there is no one of consequence or important named Scotty Real.
Yeah, well, when you ask ChatGPT about you guys, at least it knows.
Yeah.
It don't know nothing about me.
Yeah, it's very nice. It always makes you feel good.
I did, right before we happened to Grow Talk, I just got hit up, actually. I just got hit up right now. People, lucky people, whoever's lucky enough to get out to Spanibus, that's happening here in Spain this upcoming weekend, and Dinesh from Optic Foliar is going to be there. And when you go to any of Dinesh's, wherever he's hanging, which I got to figure out where else he's going, because that man travels the world, and say, hey, what's up, Dinesh? I'm DGC. You got to give the special handshake and bump and all that, but he will hook you up fat, right? Maybe even some syrup out of the deal.
Syrup. That's awesome. Yeah, he sent us like a case of maple syrup. I still have some. I chug it every now and again, man. I'll take a little nip every now and again when nobody's looking.
Come on, Super Trooper Challenge? Anybody down? I would not do that.
No, I'm good.
Do it.
I'm good with the maple syrup. How do you say it's sorry. Syrup. Yeah, it's one syllable, right? Syrup. I like it.
Syrup. Bloom additives, guys. Grower questions. DudeGrows.com. Holy cow, 19 comments. Told you, it's hot, it's trendy. Bloom additives.
Yeah, I had a good time with this one. And now that once I knew he wasn't a cop asking, I really let myself go with it, you know?
Have you ever met anybody that was undercover and you didn't know, or it doesn't have to be somebody that was like looking into you, but an undercover, like you didn't know was a cop and you found out they're a cop and you're like, no way.
Yeah, I told you that. Guru and I, a few years ago, we put an ad, like, I can't remember where it was, Facebook Marketplace. We need a professional photographer. This guy hits us up. We meet him at Starbucks, and he's like, yeah, we're fucking high as shit, like probably just blazed in the car or something. And we just,
like weed, I'm sure.
It's like, stink, you know, and we're hanging out, and the guy's really nice. He's kind of got like a shit-eating grin on his face the whole time. We make a deal where he's going to take some product pics for us, and then he goes, hey, guess my day job. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Do you do like commercials or something? And he's like, I'm a cop. And it was just so like he didn't give a shit, man. He couldn't have cared less. He was happy to make the extra $100, but it was so funny, man. Yeah.
He enjoyed fucking with you a little bit.
Yeah, and by the way, once I looked at him, I was like, fucking yeah, of course you are. Holy shit. He looked just like a cop. Yeah. Yeah, good going.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. Let me move on to the grow talk here. Boostas. What's up, y'all? I've been wondering what might be useful to yielding larger, denser flowers in my grow. I grow in a city picker sub-irrigation planter with Pro Mix. That's most city pickers are like probably going to be maybe 10 gallons of bean or something in their grip.
Yep.
I use Grow Dots Recharge. I usually add Build a Bloom in flower. I've been wondering if there's anything else I can add to get better flower. I have plenty of light, 250 watts per 3x310. I agree without digging in deeper and looking at your PPFD and everything. But if that's good LED wattage or good spectrum, you're pretty decent at 3x310 there. My environment is dialed as well, and I can't throw out, it's dialed as well as I can throughout my grow, but my flowers always seem to get less dense and much smaller after harvesting. Any information will be very helpful. I'm hoping that's not obviously. Sometimes it is disheartening when you're like, after you hang up your buds to dry, you're like, damn, those are like 30-35% smaller. That's just part of the process there.
Right.
I mean, if that's part of what he's talking about.
I mean, think about the yield limiting factors if you're trying to, or if you're trying to increase your yield. What are the factors? First off is genetics, right? You can get, you can get plants that grow little popcorn buds. You can get big giant Christmas trees. And then second, I would think, or a big tied for first, is the amount of light, because light's the energy, right?
Yeah.
And then once you got enough energy, the second most abundant thing would be CO2. And then after that would be nutrients. And that concentration is what the plant's built of.
I would say it's the size of the plant.
It's not the size.
That would be second or third.
Second or, that's true. If you have one giant cola that's way up here, and it is shading other stuff, or if it's forcing you to keep your light really far up, that could be something too. An even canopy. Yeah.
Well, like a 3-gallon plant?
Yes.
Plant in a 3-gallon pot.
Right.
Is probably going to make less smaller buds than a bigger plant.
Oh, I see what you're saying, a 7 or a 10. Yeah, I mean, it's a
bigger plant, bigger buds.
There's a direct relationship there.
I think so.
See that? It's like mathematical shit, huh? Well, anyway, man, I started thinking about, sorry to bust in, but I was thinking about this. I'm like, okay, once you address all those, and then nutrients is kind of the last one on the list. And then, I don't know, just take a look. We should kind of take a look and see what all the options are. There's a bunch, like, what'd you call them? I call them all bloom boosters.
So if you have your basic, just to define it, you have your basic nutrition, that's Grow Dots, New Millennium, can of nutrients, you're covered typically. Some lines have, quote, a booster. It's not your base nutrition for phosphorus, right? This is an additive that can go above. Some growers will get a straight phosphorus to push at a certain point in bloom. Now that's like go ahead.
That's what I'm asking. Back in the day, bloom boosters used to be like Cool Bloom. It was like a 0, 50, 30, and it was a P and K boost. And the idea there was if you were, I don't know what the idea was, because when you had even if you use like GH3 part, you cut out, the most important thing when you're flowering is cutting out the nitrogen, and then that changes the ratio of P and K. But it's the ratio. It's not exactly the amount.
So you're saying you could just use more bloom?
I'm saying that when you switch, I actually, if you look like best practices, a 1-3-2, 1 part nitrogen, 3 parts phosphorus, 2 parts potassium. That's like best practices for early flower commercially. 0.33 for late flower. So you're cutting out all the nitrogen. You got 3 units of phosphorus, 3 units of potassium. That's the bloom booster. No, I mean, what are you going to do? You're changing the concentrations. You still can't go up with ppm. You'll burn the shit out of your plants if you. How many people have you known with they use that Cool Bloom, the powdered stuff? It's a 0.50 30. They burn the crap out of their plants with it.
Just don't add anything. I have my base, which is, for example, I had used BioCanna last time. Shout out, it came with, I see you have here on the list, Cannaman gave me some Bio Boost, which is made from fermented plant extracts, which is a sweet, like, bloom enhancer. I don't add phosphorus on top of phosphorus. If my baseline has phosphorus in it, I'm not going to get a booster that's just a 0 whatever 0. That's dumb. I don't typically just try and give my bud steroids at a certain point and bloom. I know I could probably have bigger buds.
It's not steroids. It's just screwing up the concentration. Maybe if you had a balanced fertilizer all along and you just during fall or outdoors you went there and you wanted to add a P&K boost, maybe that would make sense as a standalone product. I don't know.
I want to know if anybody's adding a organic, like a dry bloom booster.
So because that's what I was
like an organic, and if it's dry,
right,
versus, I don't know, like hydro, you bloom boost because you could force it to take more nutrients up, but I don't know, does that work in soil?
Yeah, it's just adding some phosphorus and potassium in late flowering, letting it die out. Yeah, your plants definitely need an elevated phosphorus and potassium, or at least a higher ratio. That what it really needs is a good fertilizer that doesn't have a lot of nitrogen in it at the end. That's the key.
To answer Banner's question, not a cop's already doing this. He's using the Build a Soil, Build a Bloom, which I like because it doesn't have any of the meals. Gaia Green's really popular here in Canada, and I just did blood meal, bone meal, feather meal, and I got to learn more about those. I'm ignorant of some of it. But anyway, the Build a Bloom's a 2, 10, 5. So we're 10 on the phosphorus. That's decent. You can top dress this. You can continue to top dress it and use it as your, quote, meat and potatoes if you're going at a heavier rate. But if you're using some type of liquid nutrition and you wanted to add a little of this Build a Bloom at optimal time in flowering, I would consider that top dressing a bloom. I hate the word booster. I just like additive or enhancer. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess it's a fertilizer. It's a fertilizer, that is. And that's different, by the way, than I just kind of I started thinking about bloom boosters. It used to be PK Boost, but Mammoth P is a bloom booster, Canna Boost, Bloom Bastic.
Because even though it doesn't have more P and K.
Yeah, there's Massive has tricantanol in it. Don't we consider that a bloom booster?
Good point.
Hang on, I actually did some Googling. Hang on, tricantanol has been proven to stimulate photosynthesis, increase chlorophyll content, cell density, and CO2 assimilation. It allows the plant to process more light to supercharge the production of essential fluids and cell building. I guess that's not a bloom booster, would it be? That's just a growth enhancer. Didn't sound like it was doing anything for blooms. Yeah, that's cool. All right, it's massive.
Well, I then also have things here like Mammoth P. That's not necessarily a booster enhancer, but a flower product that focuses on microbes.
You know what?
Help the phosphorus availability, right?
Yeah, and everything. It's exactly what we're talking about. You have to unlock phosphorus and make it available. That's what the plants need at that point. It's pretty cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was looking. What is? You ever seen Bloom Bastic? I've never used it. It's really expensive, and I was trying to figure out what all these were.
Well,
We know Mammoth P is beneficial bacteria, or like a proprietary bacteria that solubilizes phosphorus. Massive is that tricantanol, which is that naturally occurring, like what is it, an alcohol or naturally occurring plant growth promoting substance. So I'm comfortable with them. I tell you what, I'll even go to Canna Boost. Canna Boost is seaweed oligosaccharides. And so it's sugars with seaweed extract. Some seaweed has all sorts of growth hormones in it, a lot of them. So they must know how to extract a specific type that's good for bloom. And they put it with some sugars, and that's what I suspect Canna Boost is.
All because of plant fermentation. And
Yeah, there you go. So
good.
Yeah, nice, man. I could see that though. The seaweed's magical stuff. You know, there's so many amazing ingredients in seaweed. I'm sure there's extracts of it, that kind of thing. But Bloombastic, I'm still confused over, man. I cannot figure out what Bloombastic is.
I'm simply sold. I don't know if it's because my wife is. I do like blondes. You know, I like blonde hair. I like all types of hair in women. But blonde hair, you know, it's my preference. And the woman on the Bloombastic bottle has short blonde hair, which I also kind of like. But then again, and there's diamonds on the label. So all this should tell me like advanced nutrients marketing techniques are crap. But Atomi's not a bad company. I don't really know what's in it. We sold a grip of this shit when I worked at the hydro store as well. Like to the point of where obviously some seasoned growers were like, yeah, I mean it totally works. But and it's a 0, 14, 15.
It seems like it's
I would remind growers.
boost.
What's that?
It seems like it's a PK boost. If it's a 0, 14, 15. I'm confused.
About what?
Why is it so expensive? And how come it's so mysterious? It says, I actually Googled the contents. Potassium phosphate, potassium hydroxide, phosphoric acid, iron, it's just a chelated iron, phosphorus pentoxide, and clay mineral. So,
you know that there are companies that are definitely either proprietary or are not going to label exactly what some of their stuff just because of that.
Yes, you're 100% right. Like I said, I'm just rolling through these, and by the way, in advanced nutrients, man, they just have so many products and so much marketing crap. I was looking at a Bud candy, and what was funny is somebody ripped them off and made sweet candy instead. But it's just a 0, 27, 27. And just the marketing behind these things is so fun. Yeah, right? I mean, Jesus, that's a fertilizer. I can't tell if that's a candy or a fertilizer. Right? Anyway, but that's just a super expensive bloom boost. Or at least that's what it seems to me.
Not a cop, Scotty, has everything I assume. I don't know. It's probably
How the hell could you assume that? Wow. Was it 1960s over here?
Yes, I'm just going to go with math, okay? I'm not sexist. I'm just going with math on this. Like, we can how many male cops are there versus female cops? So I'm just assuming. So
you know what happens when you assume on YouTube Live?
Yeah. I did want to say he has everything to succeed. He's got that build a bloom. You know,